What's up guys, QuickBlitz time again today. I'm in the T29 for this one, a platooned game with Carrick, also in his T29, and we've got a tough lineup here on Winter Malinovka. The Reds have got all tier 8s and tier 7s with an extra tier 8, and we've got a mix of 8s, 7s and a single lonely tier 6 there at the bottom. Oh, Winter Malinovka, I'm so sick of this map. The playstyle is far too linear and doesn't offer enough variation in tactics. So it's off to the windmill we roll. At Sushi here in the KV4, he knows what's up, he's coming along as well, which is good news for myself and Carrick. We're not going to be the only ones there, at least. You can see our Isu climbing the hill there, looking for a sniping position. Positions like that I really have much luck with here on Winter Malinovka. I don't find there's enough clear fields of fire for that, but good luck to him. I'm going to break this map down into a bit of tactical analysis a bit later on, once it starts to heat up. I'm getting plenty of feedback saying you guys want to see some more of that, maybe even some dedicated map tactic videos. It's on the radar, along with a bunch of other stuff. It's just a matter of timing, being able to find the time to put it together, but I will attempt to work on it. But here we are, hull down to the right hand side of the windmill, a good spot for the T29, and we've caught this T34 out before he could get into cover, which means we are going to get an early advantage here. Getting some good shots on his upper plate. At Sushi there has obviously gone to the Ruckus school of KV4 side scraping, is in the perfect position. But there's a mistake from me. I pulled out and aimed before I had the gun loaded, which means that extra second there out the open allowed the Lurva, I think it was, or maybe the T28 to get a hit on my turret. Carrick goes to crest to my left and takes an enormous hit, almost 700 hit points. That has to be the Isu, who was spotted briefly in a similar camping position to our own Isu, who is now under threat from a VK 3001D, or is that a 3002D? 3002D, the tier 7. Who has flanked through the low ground and coming behind us. At Sushi there though is in a perfect position. No one is going to dig that KV4 out of there, and we've got this windmill locked down at the moment. I look for a shot on the T25 AT and get the kill, and things seem to be going our way, but it's about to go pear-shaped very fast as our team now rush forward to take the fight to the Reds, giving up a strong position to fight out in the open. And the Reds have 3 tier 8s to our 2 tier 8s, you remember. Things are about to develop real quick, so I'm going to try my best here to keep up. Our Isu gets their T29, and I hope for a high roll on the Lurva, but he slips by on 12 hit points. Their VK 3002D gets our Isu, and Carrick moves into the center of the map, looking to flank past the T28's gun. But then the Isu catches him out and he gets taken down, whilst my shot is blocked by our trial member in the T43 as I go to engage that VK. We lose the T32 to their T28, but our T43 gets the Lurva, and that means our poor KV4 there at Sushi is now caught out in the open, and there's very little I can do to help, and there's very little he can do to set up defensively. There's not much cover there. So I'm having a bit of a crisis here. Nothing I'm doing seems to be working. I'm getting bounces and block shots, firing into nothing here. I'm going to hit this mountain as I aim for that VK. That is not a VK. And now we've lost the KV4, meaning it's just myself and the T43, who is, as stated before, a trial membership account. He's a wild card. Is he any good? So I'm backing away here, hoping to get into a better hold down position. I've got to keep distance now between that Isu and the T28, as well as watch out for that VK, who here he comes. Fresh plant in the VK 3002D. Is he going to approach with the Isu? A bouncer shot there from the T28, who is still hiding up the back. He's barely moved. And after another bounce, I decide that's it. The skill rounds are coming out. Finally get a hit on that Isu. What are they going to do? He's still looking my way, but I get another hit. Swing and miss from him. And here we go. This is where I'm going to pause the game and bring up the map display, because things are about to heat up as fresh plant in the VK 3002D flanks around through the low ground and under my gun in an attempt to get to my rear, where if I'm not protected by the T43, it'll just be a matter of time before a two-sided attack is able to wear me down. The only way out of a situation like this is to remove the threat from one side, and to do it fast, because the longer I wait, the tighter the noose becomes. So I obviously can't go forward. The tier 8 tank destroyer guns have that area locked down completely. Any deviation from behind this rock I'm cowering behind is going to expose me to fire from the T28 and perhaps the ISU, who fortunately from his position does not have gun depression to fire on my hull. He has to come forward to take shots, as we saw before. Now, to be able to maneuver enough to engage this new threat to my rear, I need to get back to our side of the high ground that runs adjacent to the windmill just here. Question is, can I reverse down this narrow safe zone, safe from the T28's gun, before the ISU brings his gun to bear on me, and before the VK can do too much damage to my hull from the rear? Okay, here we go. Backing away now, backing down this safe zone. I have to pull out though to get to cover, and I do take a hit from the T28. Turn to engage the VK, perhaps prematurely. What's the ISU doing? Oh, his shot just clips the rock. God, that was lucky. The VK moves off, so I turn back to engage the ISU, but I don't have the gun depression. I do get a hit, dive back into cover. What's he going to do? Rushes the shot. So lucky it goes over my engine deck, and he crashes into me in a desperate attempt to do some last damage. Tracked by the VK, a new threat, he's come out in the open. It was a good attack by these two guys to hit me from both sides, but I'm just able to repair and turn the armor around to face the VK and get the kill. Very, very fortunate. And our trial member is still here. Congratulations, T43. Which means just the T28 left, and the biggest battle now is going to be against the clock, because we've just got over a minute remaining. Now, I wait until I'm off the Red's radar before I move forward, obviously, and then go into this middle ground to flank under his gun and get as close as possible, because there's no chance of me penning the front of a T28, even with APCR rounds from a distance. I need to get in close. Now, this is why you need to keep all your players alive, even the guys you think might be inexperienced, because that T43 is now an invaluable source of distraction for the T28. Fully got his attention, which means I can pop up here, take ages to aim for that drive wheel, get a tracking shot, which, unless he repairs, guarantees me a second shot on the side armor of this T28. There it is, the kill. Only just managing to scrape out of that game. Thank you to all who played. So a big result for that game, and a good haul of medals. Mastery Badge, Top Gun, Radley's Steel Wall, and the Kamikaze Award. Thank you, ISU, for the RAM. Just over 4k damage, 1k for Carrick, who was unlucky to draw the attention of the enemy ISU, and 1.5k there for Atsushi in the KV4. Bad luck to Fresh Plant in the VK, he played a good game, and so did the two tier 8 enemy tank destroyers. 21 shots fired for 16 penetrations, 12 hits received there, only 3 actually did damage, the rest being tracking shots or collisions. A massive ammo repair build because of my APCR spamming meant only a small profit for that game, but it was played on a ×5 day, which meant my XP earned was just under 12k. Not a bad earner. But that's it for this episode, guys. Thank you very much for watching. 10 mins is long for a QuickBlitz episode, I know. Let me know in the comments section if it's too long, and I will make adjustments in future. But if not, good luck in game, and I will catch you all on the next one. Peace.